What's going on, you guys? TBR here, back yet again with another King of Fighters All-Star video, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all have had a wonderful week, and happy Friday to all of you out there. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the EX Volume 10 banner, because we now know who is going to be featured. And as you can see on screen, if you haven't already seen it, we do have a fancy new teaser trailer that we're going to be taking a look at that will be featuring EX Mai and EX Kula. But before we go ahead and get into all of that and more, make sure if you guys haven't already done so, you smash that like button and subscribe, and let's just go ahead and talk about it. So, of course, we had done our predictions video a couple days ago here on the channel. I did skip a day yesterday because, well, I went and saw The Killers the other night, and yes, it was excellent. Thank you for asking, but I was back home like past midnight, and I'm not getting up at 5 a.m., so sorry. But we're back at it today, and I'm glad because, of course, we do have this trailer. Now, I haven't really watched this yet. I say that because I only watched like the first like half of it, even though it was only like a minute. I woke up, saw who it was, kind of started it, and I was like, I gotta get ready to make a video. So we'll take a look at it here. But when it comes to the picks here, Fire and Ice makes sense. We're transferring from the colder seasons of winter into spring and then into summer, obviously. So I guess it makes sense. We're getting the waifus in here too. Well, at least waifu. I'm not going to call Kula a waifu because I'm not going to be like the comment section. But I love you, comment section, but my god. But yes, we are getting Mai and Kula, so that should make a lot of people very happy. So we're just going to go ahead and take a look at the trailer here, see what there is to see, and then we'll talk about it. I do have this muted, right? All right, we're good. See what we've got to see here. I really only saw the Mai stuff, to be honest, so this part will not be new to me, but the Kula stuff will be, so that'll be fun. But yeah, overall, we had predicted that we were going to be seeing a poor Andy. That's as close to an EX as he's ever going to get. So we had predicted that we were going to see Fatal Fury representation here. Mai was one of the characters we outlined there alongside characters like Terry, Rock, etc. as far as who we thought would be featured, and lo and behold, here we are. But of course they decided to go the pure waifu route, so of course then we also have another female character on here, which is going to be Kula, which still weirds me out that people do call her waifu. I know you out there, I've seen you, I've seen your comments. We've been through this with SS Kula. But overall, you guys know I'm a fan of Mai, obviously, because I love Fatal Fury, but I also like Kula. Some people hate Kula, they give her a lot of hate. I don't personally. I kind of think she's adorable, but those are your characters for EX Volume 10. We're just going to kind of slow it down, take a look at what there is to see here. Typing wise, no idea. They do like to kind of throw little hints in there, so you might be able to glean that maybe like purple or red, maybe, but I'm not going to sit here and say that. I think that honestly it's not even worth sitting here worrying about what the typing is, because it's Netmarble and it's the King of Fighters All-Star. Typing in this game literally means nothing anymore. It just comes down to how much damage you can do, because, well, even in things like RHD, typing doesn't even matter anymore, so it hasn't for a long time. But March 28th, we know when these characters are coming out. I'm going to go ahead and slow this down and just kind of take a look at what there is to see here. But it doesn't look like there's anything too out of the ordinary outside of Kula, because Mai looks fairly straightforward as far as Mai is concerned, right? Mai is a very iconic character for many reasons. And with that being said, that character also is going to be very iconic for many reasons, because she pretty standard. I mean, it's Mai. When you look at Mai, you know what you're getting into. You know what the character's skills are if you've played any of the games. You kind of know what she's known for, so there really isn't going to be a whole lot here with Mai too, especially considering she has a lot of representation in this game, and so does Kula. So I don't want to sit here and say that Kula is underrepresented in any way, shape, or form, but with that said, both of these characters have had plenty of iterations in this game. Card art looks good. I will say, I'm not that impressed by the Mai, and the reason I'm not that impressed by the Mai is because she doesn't necessarily, and again, it's kind of hard with these iconic characters because you don't really change much aesthetically from one version to the next normally, at least not atypically. So looking at her, it's Mai. Not a lot of major changes to the character model from what we saw with SS Mai, perhaps. But she looks good. I'm assuming she's going to be a burn-based character. If you take a look at her overall skill, she looks like she is going to be very quick, very snappy. That's usually a good sign. There isn't anything going on in this trailer that leaves a lot to the imagination. Like, there's really not a lot here that is not already just kind of right there. Like, you know exactly what you're getting into with some of the skills. It's not like she has multiple extra skills in here like some characters in the past. I do like this core finisher. It looks really good, and it looks like it's probably going to be a pretty cheap one for mobs and things, but overall, she looks fine. It's Mai. She looks good. And yeah, Netmarble, yeah, that wind pose, but it's Mai, right? That's why we love her. Okay, so moving on from Mai, we're going to get into Kula. Now, Kula is much more interesting to me in this, only because they did something with that finisher there that I noticed that I want to talk about, because that isn't going to be necessarily a canon finisher, but we'll talk about it. So Kula looks fantastic. Of course, the KOF 15 iterations of these characters look great. I really liked what they did with Kula. Kula, again, doesn't change that much, but they make minor tweaks here and there to the character's design overall, and she looks good for KOF 15, so she looks good here. So happy to see her included. And now Team Cronin is complete in the King of Fighters All-Star with this inclusion, because we now have Cronin, we now have Angel, and we have Kula. So there you go. But looking at it here, the special card finisher, this is what I wanted to talk about. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Eagle-eyed viewers and fans of KOF will notice what these snowmen are references to, but this looks to be a all-new finisher for the King of Fighters All-Star. So this is interesting. I think that it's cool that they are getting back into doing their own stuff. I do like when they try to take risks like that and do their own thing. Now, of course, I'm sure everybody knows who these characters are and what the references are here, but with that said, I think that this looks cool. I think it's adorable. When it comes to Kula, she's a character that, you know, largely is supposed to be kind of the charming, cute one. And so I think that they achieve that with this, and with her overall just kind of facial expressions and things like that. So I'm happy with this. I think this looks good. And I think it's interesting that they're trying something different again, and they're kind of branching out, because we've been getting pretty much just a lot of, outside of like little things here or there, like Hopeful Hotaru, etc., we've been getting pretty much just copy-paste stuff from KOF 15 with a lot of these characters. So it's nice to see them kind of doing their own thing again, like I said. But I'm sure that she is going to have freeze on her skills. She's going to have chill. This is going to be a character that is going to be pretty obvious as to what she's trying to accomplish here, but I will say the staggers in her kit, specifically when it comes to this core finisher, looking pretty nasty, not gonna lie. So before we get into the core finisher though, I do want to mention we do have an extra skill here. So if you guys notice, this is actually going to be, I'll back it up just so you guys can see it again. So we got the S1 there, and then we got the S2, the S3, and then we have a fourth skill. So I'm assuming that this is going to be some sort of, well, derive skill, chain skill, whatever you want to call it. Probably, but we'll have to wait and see. They do fiddle with the EX skills a lot with this game in regards to these extra skills as well, so it could be something in relation to that. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm sure this character will have chill, she'll have freeze, she'll have all the usual stuff that you'd expect here. But when it comes to this core finisher, yeah, this is really cool because she sends out, if you guys can see that there, I'll freeze it. Freeze it. But if you take a look here, you will see these little ice models of Kula here, which are really cool. And this does have a lot of stagger to it, so I'm sure that's going to be annoying in plenty of different modes. But overall, looking good. Look at... Somebody could easily meme the hell out of that. In slow motion. It looks like he's dancing. Get down, Kay. Get down with your bad self. Anyway, with that said, you guys, that's what we have for this banner. So overall, I am happy with the choices. I think Kula's adorable. I think Mai looks gorgeous. And I am going to skip this banner. I don't know. I might. I'll definitely be using my free-to-play rubies, my login rubies, whatever you want to call them. I have some tickets, as we went over the other day in my previous video. I'm really hesitant to pull on this because I feel like this is just bait. I really do. I think it's easy bait because I think that they know that they have collaboration coming in the next like month or so, if not maybe 5-6 weeks at most. Go watch my last video. We're obviously on the right track here, but you know, it's just hard for me to overinvest in this game on banners like this when I know I have a collaboration kind of around the corner, like not necessarily right around the corner, but getting real close. So I almost want to save on this. I'll wait and see what kits look like. I will say Mai looks interesting. I don't know, something about, I think that they might have done something different as far as who they used for the character art here or something. I'm not sure, because Mai looks a little different in her character portrait to me from some of the normal character art. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining it. Something looks different about Mai though. I do think she looks good, and of course I am freeze framing a, you know, couple seconds worth of footage here, but she does look a little different to me. She looks a little different to me. I don't know what it is. She looks fine, she looks good. I have no issue with her. Like, I normally don't have issues with the art team at all, but interesting. She looks a little different. I don't know what's going on there. Somebody in the comments can let me know if there's something that changed. If maybe they feel like they used a different artist for her. I don't know. It just, something about her looks different. But anyway, with that all said, guys, let me know in the comment section, outside of, you know, just booba hype, what you think about this banner, because I don't know, I'm excited about the choices. I like the choices. I'm glad that they went this direction. I'm glad to see Fatal Fury represented. I'm glad to see Kula in the game and to get Team Cronin finished off. But at the same time, are you going to be pulling, considering what we know to be the possibilities of the next content? Curious about that. Let me know in the comments section. And that sentence almost didn't work, but I got there. But anyway, you guys, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get out of here. Those are my 2 cents. Overall, we'll know better whenever these characters get closer to release what we're looking at. March 28th is not that far away. It's next week, so we don't have long to wait on this. So if you've been waiting for either of these characters, your wait is almost over. So continue to save and be strong. But with that all being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Like, share, and subscribe on your way out. And until the next one, you all take care. Peace.
Continue.